This is Michael Bonomo, Director of Corporate Interior Design for Francis Cauffman's New York office, and I'm thrilled we've gotten the chance to finally sit down with Larry Sadler here at AOL in New York. AOL is one of the largest media companies in the United States and has recently acquired the Huffington Post. They've completed fully renovated offices here in New York, and they're setting a new standard of design for workplace today. We wanted to talk to Larry and get his thoughts about current trends and really where he sees the future of workplace design. So, Larry, do you find that people today are taking workplace design more seriously? And if so, what do you think they're most attuned to?
I think that the leadership is focused on design and how that design impacts or complements the culture and fosters a creative workspace. But the business units themselves are what's driving, kind of a collaborative, innovative space that that creates a productive workspace for the employees, so they can get the most out of the employees for the day. The company, recently the company's goals and business growth, the leaders is now focusing on design. I think they're starting to take a harder look at maximizing the capacity of the space and the seating. So I think right now initially there's going to be more of a crunch on getting bodies in the space, and I think after the business settles down, we have a solid, our business model is tried and true. I think they'll look at enhancing that space.
So in some ways it almost gives you a test pilot as you're kind of deploying a new work strategy and bringing in more people and developing that culture.
Yes, I think it's kind of a process in work right now.
And what would you say are the greatest challenges, and also, and kind of just for our own information, curious what that duration you anticipate taking to get to really the end game of that total transformation?
Well, AOL in the last probably 2 years has been a turnaround company, and right now we're focused in delivering on our promises to not only our customers but to Wall Street. And so we're minimizing the commitment or additional real estate and trying to maximize every square inch we have here. So I think the current model is to just take the space, use it, and use it and modify it to meet our needs today. And as the company continues to become more profitable, they'll look at additional real estate and making the space more, even more, enhancing it even more.
Right. And what you're experiencing, we're also seeing in our other client sectors. It's not uncommon that people are looking to contract their physical real estate, but still giving a lot of amenity space to employees. So while a specific user's physical workspace may be a lot smaller, we're seeing in your industry and in others that the amenity spaces are just increasing on the floor plate. So it's kind of in line with, I think, what we're seeing in other trends in office spaces. Do you think it's a trend that contemporary workplaces are designed to foster collaboration, or do you think the business is really driving a more collaborative work environment?
In our case, I think the business is driving it, a collaborative workspace. With the various groups, not only the media, but sales and technology groups that are here on this site, I think the way they interact and use the space to work together, I think it's really fostering that collaborative environment. It's making it mandatory. Also, just due to the technology that we have today in the workplace, is creating casual spaces where people can huddle together and have these casual business conversations, and then off and run. Plus, they're checking their email. They're keeping in touch with what's going on throughout the day from anywhere in the building or from a coffee shop or en route to different meetings.
Mm-hmm. what challenges are there for large companies like yourself to ensure that communication remains very clear to your employees? And how can workplace design or the physical architecture enhance that clear communication?
Well, I think for large companies, it's difficult to get the message out. I think where AOL and currently the leadership today is meeting that expectation or getting that clearly out is it comes straight from our CEO. He sends out usually a weekly email, a video. There's daily communications, internal communications. We have an internal website that you hear straight from the leadership team or the executive team. So you're not hearing it like at a water cooler anymore so much. You know, people may have discussions about what the business direction or the communication is, but that's out for the day or the quarter or the month. But it's not diluted.
It's less gossip and it's more
it's less gossip
factual.
And it's speculation. It's not reading. You hear it straight from the CEO, from the leadership team about the direction. So I think that's where AOL internally has really turned the corner. Because if you feel like you have the leadership buy-in or leadership, it's coming from the top, and you hear it in their words, it's a stronger message.
Absolutely.
So I think that's how larger companies need to do that, being more open and transparent about the operations and the successes and the failures. That's one thing our leadership is not. They don't hold back some of our failures.
Which is good. I think your employees definitely value when you're pointing out where you've succeeded or exceeded expectations, and then really learning from where perhaps a situation fell short. How can you improve that in the future? It certainly makes sense to us too. How do you see the future in workplace design, really as technology is becoming more advanced, like you're talking about here on some of these points? How do you see people working differently now and perhaps in the future?
I think the office space is important for the employees and for the business.
And when you say office, do you mean enclosed workspace?
Enclosed, the space here at 770 or the headquarters office. I think that's all important to have that. But I don't think that people necessarily have to be in the office for a lot of our functions here at AOL. They don't have to even be at the office to conduct their job. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately for me, in my facilities role, yes, I got to be here every day. But a lot of the teams, they can remote in, have remote access. They have the cell phones, iPads, whatever device to do their work from. And I think the design of the space is enabling us to migrate to a more collaborative, lower profile spaces and casual, impromptu meeting spaces that foster that environment.
Mm-hmm. Would you